It's Hanukkah time, baby. And look, guys, it's my first ever menorah. It's nothing crazy, but it's my first one, and I thought I would share it with you guys. Yay. Shalom, everyone. I'm Es, and welcome back to my channel. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any videos on my journey to Judaism. And if you want to support me more, go ahead and follow the link below to support me on Patreon. Let's get into today's video. So Hanukkah is coming up. I don't know why I'm so excited for this one. I think it's such a cute thing. I love the idea of the Festival of Lights. And when I was younger, everyone knew kind of what Hanukkah was. There's gold coins and chocolates and dreidels and a bunch of gifts. And I thought it was for kids. But as like a Christian, you're like, oh, Jews celebrate this, we celebrate Christmas. And I thought they were the same thing. Very different holidays. So I pulled up an article on Chabad.org, and I thought that it would help me prep a little bit more mentally for the holiday. I'll be doing some here, some with my sponsoring family, depending on, I don't know which days, but depending on what it is. I don't think I'll be doing all 8 days with them, but most of the days I'll be doing here on my own. And I thought it would be cool to have it by my window and show everyone proudly that I'm Jewish. So Hanukkah is the Jewish 8-day wintertime festival celebrated with the nightly menorah lighting, special prayers, and fried foods. I've never made latkes. I've made home fries, I think. Maybe that's a similar thing, but I'm definitely inspired to go into my kitchen and cook some fried foods and maybe some jelly donuts. And I don't know, I think it's going to be pretty cool just to kind of embrace the whole like holiday, especially since I'm doing it alone. So at the heart of everything when it comes to Hanukkah, it's at the heart of the festival is the nightly menorah lighting. The menorah holds 9 flames, one of which the shamash, which is used to kindle the other lights. On the first night, we just light 1 flame. On the second night, another. And by the 8th night, we light all 8. So there are special blessings that I haven't memorized yet, but I will try my best to. And I think it's just the lighting part is the beautiful mitzvah that I don't want to miss out on. And to feel that spiritual winter festival energy is, I'm looking forward to it. So in this article, I was wondering, like, what exactly should I be thinking about and doing during this time? So in the article, it says what it means for you. Noting that one should spend time in close proximity to Hanukkah lights, the previous Rebbe would say, we must listen carefully to what the candles are saying. So what are the flickering flames telling us? Here are some messages. So I'll go through each one and I'll read like my input about it. Never be afraid to stand up for what's right. Judah Maccabee and his band faced daunting odds, but that didn't stop him. With a prayer on their lips and Father in heart, they entered the battle of their lives and won. We can do the same. As a child, I was a bit timid to show off that I would be doing the right thing. It was almost like not cool, you know. As an adult, I embrace it in its entirety. I love standing up for things I believe in and doing things that are right to my heart, even if I get a thumbs down. The thumbs down on these videos are very funny because I don't know, like, whatever. But even if it's not a popular thought or a popular thing to think, I always just go with what I feel is right. And I try to do right. And in almost every situation I'm in, I'm always being tested. We are always being tested. And it shows how much you grow when you know it's right to do and you actually follow through with it. And sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you may cave, and I'm learning that it's okay to do that too. It's okay to make mistakes because we are not perfect. We are human beings. And I'm learning to stand up for my Judaism, my beliefs, my culture, my religion, and being strong in it. And I'm no longer afraid like I used to be. So the next one is always increase in matters of goodness and Torah observance. Sure, a single flame was good enough for yesterday, but today needs to be even better. This piggybacks on what I just said. Every day is a day for you to get closer to Hashem. Every day is a day for you to become a better person, like me, I love to speak, so I'm becoming a better speaker. Every day I strive to be better than the last. And right now, I'm learning to not be so hard on myself because the day yesterday wasn't perfect, or I didn't achieve all the things I wanted to achieve in that second. And I'm learning to not put so much pressure on it, and just to acknowledge that if I gave this my all, then that's okay. And I'm a crazy person. I expect very highly, my expectations for myself are set very high. And if I don't do something right, I will murder myself over it. And I'll feel like I can't make mistakes. I'm not allowed to. And like I said before, I'm learning to kind of let that go and to just always kind of increase positivity. It's funny that this is one of the points, because we've noticed in our family chat that we start the morning off so negative. All the women are complaining. We hate this, we hate that. Our coffee is this, our sleep was that. And we aren't showing appreciation for just opening our eyes as often as we used to. We immediately go to complaints because it's easy to do that, instead of looking at all the good things that are happening once you open your eyes, which is the fact that you just opened your eyes. And speaking of Torah observance, this has been my whole entire conversion journey. Every day I look for a new way to embrace Jewish observance and to practice more. Now I'm practicing more of my Shabbat observance, things that I really shouldn't be doing on top of the 39 Malachot. And by reading more and by looking up things I don't know and being more self-aware in everything that I do has increased my Torah observance, which has also increased my goodness and that positive energy I put out into the world. A single flame is good enough for yesterday, but today it needs to stand up, be loud, and be even better. So it never ends. Every day is a chance for you to grow. Every day is a chance for you to become better. A little light goes a long way. The Hanukkah candles are lit when dusk is falling. Perched in the doorway, they serve as a beacon for the darkening streets. No matter how dark it is outside, a candle of godly goodness can transform the darkness itself into light. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you guys, but there was a point in time where I was going through a very rough, depression stage. Every now and then it tries to linger back into my life, and I try to just fight it. That's just some bad energy trying to enter into my space. And all you need to do is to find that light. It's as corny and cliche as this sounds. Find that light in you. Find that one thing that does make you smile, that does bring light into your life, and hold on to that. And that's basically what I've been running on for the past 29 years is I always try to I don't let the darkness overcome me, because eventually it does become light. And it's just a little bit of it that you need to really push you to where you need to go. I thank goodness it's never gotten to the point that I'm like, I'm dying. Like, it hasn't gotten to that. But there are times that I felt really, really poor about myself. I felt like I wasn't going anywhere in life. I felt like my life was horrible. You know, I was just a negative person. But now, as I practice gratitude every day, as I wake up and I daven for 30 minutes, as I go into each situation self-aware and embrace goodness and positivity, as corny and cliche as it may sound, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or that I do this almost every day, but I do try to hold on to that light, because the darkness isn't forever. You can't let it bring you down. You just can't. Our lives aren't forever. Life is too short. Like, you have a mission here. You have a purpose. You have a reason to be here. And damn, these candles are going deep. But so yeah, that's a short explanation of that. So the next point is take it to the streets. Hanukkah is unique in that its primary mitzvah is observed in public. It's not enough to be a Jew at heart or even at home. Hanukkah teaches us to shine outwards into our surroundings with the godly glow of mitzvahs. In one of my Patreon videos, I talk about when I told my parents and how their reaction was, and how I was keeping my conversion away from them because I was scared to show that I'm becoming Jewish. And I was scared for many reasons. But now that the jig is up, now that I'm more knowledgeable, way more confident, and way more sure, honestly, I'm sure. At any point, you know, it's not 100% until I go into that mikveh, but at any point I could just be like, you know what, I can't do this, you know, bye. But as I get closer and closer to the end here, I'm becoming sure and much more sure about becoming a Jewish woman. And I'm not ashamed to say these feelings. Like, this happens. You're always like, I can't erase, like, I'm 29. I can't erase the past 28 years of my life. And that's not what conversion is about. You're not supposed to just erase your life and your life was starting at 29. No, my Jewish life is, but the life I had before led me to where I am now. So my duty isn't to just neglect who I used to be or what I used to believe. I'm still me. I'm still us, you know, but to just embrace all of me and to light the menorah, like, very proud. I think I'm probably the only Jew in the building. Like, light it loud so everyone can see I am proud of who I am. I'm proud of how far I've come, and I ain't going nowhere. So I'm excited to enjoy that mitzvah. Okay, so the last one is, don't be afraid to perform mitzvahs, even if you will feel different. Rather, be like a menorah, proudly proclaiming its radiant uniqueness for all to see. Okay, that's similar to the point before. You have to be the one to step out of the box. You have to be the one who's just not going to be afraid to help this lady cross the street, or to say no to things that aren't going to serve you, like, the right purpose in life. It takes courage to be good. It takes courage to not follow trends. It takes courage to even talk about some of the things that I'm talking about, because you will face criticism. But don't be afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it. What am I scared of? I'm not scared of other human beings. What you could do to me, I could do to you. Very simple. So I think this Hanukkah is going to be a special, special one. And since it is my first, I'm gonna see if I can maybe post some more intimate photos of my menorah on my Patreon. I posted on Instagram, it's just a selfie, but I'll be definitely posting more. And I also want to let you guys know I've been revamping my site a bit. It was done very poorly by me. Now that I've studied more about web design, I'm working on something very special, and I will try to get it launched hopefully before the year ends, because we got Hanukkah and we got Thanksgiving coming up and New Year's, and it's a lot is going on. And I just want to make sure you guys are updated. So if you want to know how my meeting with the Bet Din went, which is a special video, go ahead and check the link below for my Patreon and subscribe so you can stay up to date with my conversion. And I love you all, and thank you for giving me a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Shalom.